What people do not know, they cannot influence. And what people cannot influence stays within your control. Have you ever been in a conversation with people where you're just sharing ideas, sharing your opinions, going back and forth, and all of a sudden you catch yourself saying something you were not supposed to say, something that is supposed to be kept private, and immediately you share that thing, you start regretting, but you cannot take it back? That is oversharing. Oversharing is something that happens to the best of us. It happens without a warning. It happens in the quiet, casual, ordinary conversations we have with ordinary people. In this video, I'll be talking about why oversharing is more dangerous than most people realize, what it is costing you, and how to guard yourself without closing yourself off completely. Because being silent sometimes is not you being rude. Sometimes you might just be protecting yourself. And what people do not know about you, they cannot actually use against you. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nelly. If you have not subscribed to this channel, now is the best time for you to subscribe. And don't forget to put on the bell notification so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. On this channel, I talk about marriage, love, relationship, and how to become the best version of yourself. So if this is something you are interested in, or if it is something you're working towards, then do well to join us. What is oversharing, you might be asking yourself? Oversharing is simply saying more than you should in a conversation. Oversharing is not something you plan to do. It does not come as something you already have in mind to do. It is not always about divulging your secrets to people who don't have any business with it. Oversharing can be as simple as mentioning the amount of money you're earning to people in a conversation. It can be you venting to someone about the argument you had with your husband. It can be that you shared a plan with people in a casual conversation even before you started embarking on that plan. To you, it might be that you're just being free. It might be that you just want people to know about you from a harmless point of view. But to the people you're sharing this information with, you may be handing them the very weapons that they would use against you. Because most times, you don't trust these people enough, but you still feel tempted to overshare. People tend to overshare for all kinds of reasons. Some people overshare because they want to keep the conversation alive and they do not know how to fill the space. So the only way that they can fill the awkward silence in a conversation is to start saying things that is supposed to remain private. They will start saying things that shouldn't be said because they want to feel that awkward silence in a conversation. Some people overshare because they feel lonely and they desperately need to connect to others. Some people overshare because they might be going through a rough moment and they decide to reach out to whoever cares to listen to them. Some people overshare because they genuinely believe that the other person is safe, and most of the time they are wrong. And to be honest, none of these reasons make you a bad person. But you need to know that no matter the intention you have behind oversharing things with people, it does not cancel out the consequences. And the consequences are always serious when it comes to oversharing. The Bible says, be quick to listen, but be slow to speak. And that is not just a spiritual advice. It is one of the most practical things you can do to protect yourself in this world. Let me share something I witnessed personally because it stayed with me and it is actually what inspired this video. I was at the mall one day and I happened to overhear three women having a conversation. And among these three, only one was really talking. She has this dominating aura and she was clearly enjoying herself. And she was talking to the other women about her marriage, how she's enjoying her husband, how he treats her like a queen, how he gives her everything that she ever asked for. She went on, yapping and yapping. And the other women were just listening to her. They were just nodding their heads, reacting to her and taking everything that she was saying in. Mind you, I was not eavesdropping on their conversation, but I was close to them and my ears were actually functioning properly, so I could hear them clearly. To her, she was not doing anything wrong. It was just a harmless conversation. She was probably just happy. Maybe she was just feeling the silence. Maybe she genuinely meant no harm to them. But as I watched and listened to them, one thought kept coming to my mind. She has no idea what those other women were thinking about. She doesn't have any idea how they were feeling at that moment. She doesn't know what their marriages look like. She doesn't know what they are going through at home. She doesn't know what is going on in their hearts as she speaks. She is busy broadcasting her husband's character, his generosity, his love to women who she may not know deeply at all. And in doing so, she has unknowingly handed them the information that they never asked for and that she was supposed to keep with her. Because here is one thing she doesn't know. Not everyone listening to you is actually happy for you. Not everyone who smiles at you is rooting for you. Some people will walk away from that kind of conversation not inspired but activated. Activated to compete with you, activated to go after the very thing that you were carelessly advertising. Let's assume that those women she was talking to at the mall were not married. Would they not be activated to go and destroy her marriage so that they too can test the goodness of the man? To destroy the very thing that she is so proud of and that she's rubbing on their faces. She may not have meant any harm by sharing it with them, but harm does not always need an intention to harm you. It does not always need a reason to find you. Now, let's talk about what sharing too much can cost you. Because I think many people underestimate this. There is so much at stake when you say what you're not supposed to say to people who have no business knowing it. Number one, oversharing makes you vulnerable. When you share too much with people, you are literally handing them a map of yourself. You are showing them what you value, what you fear, where you are weak, what you protect. And most people may not do anything with the information you are handing out to them, but others would do something with it. And the problem is that you cannot tell the difference. You cannot tell who will use it against you and who will not until it is too late. The moment any information leaves you, you have lost complete control of it. You can never take it back. Number two, oversharing exposes you to jealousy and envy. This is the one that most people overlook. When jealousy wants to come, it will not notify you. Jealousy just comes. It will not come and knock at your door and say, "Oh, I am jealous of you." No, it will not come at that. When someone becomes jealous of you, they will come closer to you and pretend to support and like you. They will pretend to care about you. They will ask you follow up questions. They will dig very deep into your life so that they will know where to attack you from. When you tell people about your wins, your relationship matters, your finances, your plans, you are actually feeding something in people that they themselves will not acknowledge. And it will later become a weapon that will be used against you. Number three, oversharing makes people question your direction. People will not easily trust you if you are the type that is always sharing your own private matters outside because they will feel that you will go and share their own outside too. Nobody in life wants to tell their secrets with someone who talks too much because there is a rule that guys trust. And that rule is if you cannot keep your own secret, you cannot keep someone else's. Number four, oversharing can cost you the very things you're proud of. When you talk too openly about what you have, like your relationship, your plans, your next move, your finances, your progress, you are actually inviting interference from other people, whether you intend it or not. Oversharing can slowly take away the things that you cherish most. There are some things that you are not meant to share with others. Some things are actually meant to remain with you. They are yours to protect, not to advertise with other people, not to use it as a topic for discussion. Here are some things that you should keep to yourself. Keep them private. One, don't share your plans with anybody before they produce results. The worst time that you can share your plans with someone is when your plan is still in baby stage, when it is still forming, when it is still fragile, when it is not foolproof yet. They might not plan to destroy your plan, but they may plant self-doubt in you. Because everyone you tell will want to force their opinions on you. They will want to offer their unsolicited advice. And the more they do that, the more you will lose interest in what you want to do. And there is a psychological effect to sharing your plans with people when you have not actually carried it out. It will make you feel like you have already achieved that thing, and you may end up not acting on that plan at all. Do anything you want to do in private and only let people hear about it when it is already working. Number two, do not share anything about your finances to anybody. What is in your accounts, how much money you are earning, what you are owing as debt is nobody's business. Conversations about money changes how people see you, how they relate to you, how they approach you. So keep anything that has to do with your finances private. Number three, do not make the mistake of sharing the private details of your marriage and your home with anybody. What happens between you and your spouse, how you disagree, how you make up, what goes on in your bedroom is nobody's business. It is not a topic for conversation. It doesn't concern your friends or your sisters or the women at the mall. When you share details like this, you may think that you're bonding with people, but what you're actually doing is exposing yourself to evil. You're exposing yourself to jealousy and envy. You're exposing yourself to attack. Your home and your marriage needs to be protected. It doesn't need an audience. Number four, do not make the mistake of sharing your next move to anybody. Where you are going, what you're planning, what changes you're about to make. Don't tell anyone about it. Not everyone cheering and clapping for you today will be comfortable when you start growing tomorrow. Some people intentionally come to ask you about your next move, about your plan, not because they genuinely care about you, but because they want to know where you are heading to, so that they will know where to attack you from, so that they will know how to position themselves for your downfall. Do not give them that opportunity. Not everyone who asks about your life deserves to have access to it. Some people will come and ask you how you are doing because they genuinely care about you, but others will ask you how you are doing because they are keeping track of you. Some people ask you because they want to measure themselves with you. Some people ask because they are looking for your weak spots. Some people ask because they are collecting information about you, like people who are collecting ammunition quietly, calmly, carefully, and preparing for the right time to take you down. I know that you cannot control the motive of people asking you things about yourself, but you can certainly control how you respond to them. You can be warm, you can be personable, you can engage with people without handing them your entire life. You can speak in general terms. You can answer the surface of their questions without going deeper than you choose to. A simple "things are going well, thank you" is a complete and dignified answer to give to anybody who asks you, "How are you?" You do not owe anyone a detailed report about your life, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. I am not telling you to close yourself off from every human being. We all need someone. We all need people to live. We all need a space where we can speak freely without calculating every word. That is a healthy and necessary part of life. All I'm saying is that you should be deliberate about who gets access to your private information. Before you confide in someone, especially to things that is supposed to remain private with you, slow down and ask yourself some very honest questions. Has this person shown that they can hold information without misusing it? Have they kept their own private matters private, or do they freely share other people's business? Have you shared something with them before, and did it stay between you two? Do they have a history of what they know, to compete, to judge, or to gossip other people? If the answer to these questions makes you feel uncomfortable, then don't share it. And also ask yourself before you share any information, what is the purpose of sharing this? Is it going to help me? Is it going to help them? Because sometimes some people share not because they want to, but because they are in the habit of filling awkward silences with their lives. And that is one habit that you need to break if you have it. Be selective about the people you keep around you. Build a small trusted cycle, not the wide one. Because the wider the cycle, the harder it is to control what moves through it. What people do not know, they cannot influence. And what they cannot influence stays within your control. And if you're the only one who holds certain information about your life, your plans, your finances, your next move, you retain a kind of power that most people give away without even realizing it. Guard your tongue, guard your home, guard your plans, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. You do not have to share everything to be open. You do not have to reveal everything about yourself to be honest. Some things are yours to keep, and they are allowed to stay that way. Protect what is yours, because not everyone sitting across from you is actually rooting for you. Have you ever overshared something and ended up regretting it? What did you learn from that incident? Drop a comment to share your thoughts. Like and share this video with another person who needs to hear this.